Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be trying to lubricate the rollers on our B&W sliding fifth wheel hitch. Rather than rolling, these rollers in here are sliding. Yeah, horrible sound. And I slid it right before I put the trailer in the barn, and wow. So anyway, we're going to take this thing apart and see if we can't figure out a way to get these rollers to roll instead of slide. Stick around. Okay, stop. This video comes with a warning. Do not do this to your hitch unless you want it to slide very freely, because what I'm about to show you is going to make your hitch slide much easier than it ever has. That means if you are not on perfectly level ground, your hitch could slide, allowing your trailer to move the minute you unlock your hitch. So do this modification at your own risk. Back to the video. Well, first thing we got to do is we got to break these fasteners loose here. Looks like that is going to be a bit of a challenge. So we might just want to use an impact. Now, if you don't have an impact, you could grab here with a pair of channel locks or maybe even a small pipe wrench. As long as you're grabbing, at the end of this, you're not going to do much damage to the, the surface where those rollers need to go. Now, you are going to need a way to lift your hitch. So you could do this. If you've seen my fifth wheel hitch video recently, I showed how to lift the hitch out of the bed of your truck using your pin box on your camper. You could use a tractor, an overhead winch like I have here, or just get a couple of buddies and do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to take the tension off of this so that when I pull these bolts out, the weight is no longer supported by these shafts. Here we go. So we're gonna just a little bit of lift on there, and then these shafts will slide out. Probably gonna be easier to slide them all the way out the back. Okay, now go ahead and lift this thing up. And let's see if we can flip it over some way here. Okay, there we go. So now we got it on its side. We're gonna have to pull the bolts out. Those are threaded through, and then we should be able to drop our rollers out and get some lubrication. Yeah, there's just no lubrication. Woo! Yeah, we need some grease in there badly. Probably really just need it on the top ones because that's where all the weight is. So let's see size Allen wrench takes to get that one out. 5/16. Gonna need a bit more than an Allen wrench. Go get a socket and probably a breaker bar. Now let's see if we get enough leverage now. Whew. Those are tight. They're very tight. Okay. Yeah, there we are. So, yeah, that's completely dry. There's no lubricant in there at all. And yeah, it definitely needs some. So The best stuff I've got here is going to be Lucas Red and Tacky. Some white lithium might possibly be a better option, but I am currently fresh out of white lithium grease. Okay, got the grease gun instead here. We'll give ourselves a little shot of that, and it's a pretty tight clearance, so you're not going to be able to get a lot of grease in here. In fact, that layer of grease I'm putting on there, I'm actually feeling some grit, which is probably little pieces of metal shavings. So I'm going to give that a wipe, and we're going to do another coat of it. That's better. All right. I wish that I could coat the inside of this too. I think my best option would be to get a Q-tip or something like that. Try my pinky, I suppose. Maybe that'll might get the job done. Oh yeah, pinky's just small enough. Your pinky might not be small enough though, so you might want to use a Q-tip. All right. Yeah, you can actually feel the damage that's been done to that roller in there. As I turn that, you can actually feel it grinding and catching. So even with the grease, I'm actually afraid that what's going to happen is it'll get caught on one of those areas that's not real smooth, and it will wind up sliding instead of rolling again. So I may actually have to get some emery cloth and clean this up so that it's smoother. That's really scored right there. I can feel that with my thumb. So that whole area there needs to be polished up nicely. And I'm going to do that to all 4 of the upper rollers. I'm not worried about the bottoms. I'll probably pull them out and put some grease in them just because I'm here. In fact, even better, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these top rollers and I'm going to put these on the bottom, and I'm going to rotate. I'm going to put my bottom rollers up on the top because they never have any weight on them. So if we do that, we probably don't even need to worry about polishing these up. That seems like even a better idea to me, rather than trying to polish something up that's already damaged. So I will go ahead and put a little bit more grease in here again, and we will reassemble this as is, and we'll use it as a bottom roller. So we're going to set this one off to the side for just a second while we take this bottom roller out. We'll grease it and we'll put it on the top. Okay. Oh yeah, night and day difference. That spins so freely because it hasn't been damaged. We're going to grease this guy up, and we're going to put this one in as an upper roller, and we're going to do that to all 4 corners of this bad boy and see if we can't make this thing a lot quieter, because I got to tell you, it's embarrassing to say the least. It's embarrassing when you're sliding that thing back and everybody in the campground's looking at you like, what are you doing over there, Joker? I'm just trying to slide my hitch. That's all I'm doing. All right. So we're going to put this guy back up in here. He's going to be the new upper. So that's going to support the weight. I may as well slide this lower back in here. This is the old upper going in as the new lower. crank these babies down, and then we're just going to repeat this process on all four corners. I don't know what the torque spec is, but we're going to go as tight as we can get them with a 3/8 drive because it took everything I had to break them loose. So. Alright, so I'm not going to video that. You guys saw what I did. I'm going to do that to all four corners, and we're going to put it back together. Alright, time for reassembly. I'm going to pick it back up. Well, it at least sounds like it's rolling and not sliding. Well, that's a improvement. Well, it sounds a lot better. Now these little pieces of rubber here, these would not have come on your hitch. These are something that I made to help take up a little bit of the excess slack in the system. I will put a link to the video that showed me making those and why I made them in the corner of this video. Okay, so I'm going to leave the microphone out here. In fact, I'm going to set it right down on the hitch itself, so you should be able to hear what kind of noise we get out of this. Well, right there I can tell you that it just rolled. I don't know if you saw that on film, but there is just enough tension on that it rolled when I unlocked it. I can't say as I've ever had that happen before. So I've got the wheels chalked forward and backwards, and I think this is going to roll real nice and easy now. So I'm going to set the microphone down, I'm going to get in the truck, and we're going to roll her backwards and see what happens. I have never, ever had that thing roll that smoothly. Any of these B&Ws, none of them have ever moved that smooth. So having some grease in those rollers, huge difference. And you heard how quiet it was. So we're going to put her back in the rear position. You can hear it one more time. She's unlocked. Wow. All I can say is wow. I have been running a B&W sliding hitch since 2019. It is currently July of 26. So for 7 towing seasons, I've been running one of these hitches. I've never had it work that smooth. Not even brand new out of the box. Never. I didn't even have to give it any gas. I literally rode the brake on the truck. That is how a slider should work right there. So if you haven't taken your hitch apart and lubricated those rollers, that's what a difference it makes right there. Amazing. Wow. Unbelievable difference. So If you've got one of these B&W sliding hitches and it's squealing and squeaking, you have got to try this. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you found the video entertaining and helpful. As always, we'll see you in the next one.